channel. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. I like saying that, irrespective of wherever you are in the world. So today, our focus is very simple. We've all been using ChatGPT to rewrite, to extract, to write emails and do all kind of stuff. But we've not been using them in very professional ways. So as we get very funny results and we get text that are not even human friendly, that people cannot really relate with in terms of writing. So let's look at some techniques today on how we can improve your grammar, especially for non-English native speakers, and how you can bring clarity to your work using ChatGPT. So the aim is to polish your academic writing in seconds using ChatGPT for your grammar, transition, flow, and for your tones. So, like we normally do, we're going to follow 5 steps again. And the first step is you copy whatever paragraph you have with awkward phrasing or some not well written text, and then you prompt it to rewrite this to improve the grammar for clarity. And optionally, you can also go and ask it to be more concise, more focused, and brief, so that it is suitable for a particular journal or for a particular purpose. And you can now compare the previous text with the new text and see what you have in terms of tone, accuracy, and flow. And then you can also ask ChatGPT to do some referencing tips, maybe upper, sixth, seventh, and so on and so forth, or even Elsevier. Our goal is very simple. We want to use it to save time and edit our papers and reports. We want it to be a grammar checker and also improve the clarity of our work, also the transition, and give it better flow, because it's all about flow. You want to read one paragraph and be inclined and very interested to read the next one. And then we want to adapt the tone to academic and professional standard, because a lot of us are not non-English speakers. Even these days, native English speakers also need to get some help about clarity, quality, and so on and so forth. Okay, we head to ChatGPT like we usually do. So I will need a text to work with. So let's start with this one of these texts from my old draft about 5 or 4 years ago. So we copy this text, and then this time around we're just going to paste. We'll paste this text, and then we just say enter and await the response that we get from ChatGPT. Here is a professionally refined, publication-ready version of your paragraph, ensuring clarity, coherence, and technical accuracy suitable for a scientific manuscript or thesis. It has even refined it by itself. So if you start with the interpreted gas chimney lies within the top Mungaro formation and the lower Mungaro unit. See what it has written here. The interpreted gas chimney is confined within the top Mungaro formation and the lower Mungaro unit, which span a geological age range from the middle Jurassic to the upper Jurassic, and did a proper text citation. Okay, this is fine, but I'm not happy with that. I still want to probe it further. So what we can do is we can say, for example, rewrite the text to reflect more professorial, like a professor, professional, and academic tone. So we want to write like a professor and see if there's going to be a difference from it. So because a professor should be a professor, isn't it? So the interpreted gas chimney is confined within the top Mungaro formation and the lower Mungaro unit. Stratigraphic interval dated to the lower Jurassic. In seismic section, the unit is delineated as a vertically aligned zone showing markedly low amplitude. Very, very professional, right? And yet, maybe we should say the audience, they are non-geologists. Audience are non-technical, so that it can explain it better to them. We write for in a concise. Remember, concise is the third step. Professional way, using simple to understand English language. Others is they are non-technical, right? And then we can improve the structure, the flow using connecting words, and then for publication also still, because we want to publish in maybe a magazine, not really an academic journal now. So the gas chimney is located within the top, which were formed between the middle Jurassic. Yes, very easy way to understand that. In seismic images, it appears as a vertical column, very good, with weak chaotic signals and distorted reflections. These are features, remember this is a giveaway, this long iPhone, when you see it in any text, it's an AI generated text. Features that often indicate the upper movement of gas through the rock layers. Very simple to understand. The gas chimney stretches from the lower Mungaro formation at the base to just beneath a carbonate pinnacle structure in the Brigadier formation. Along its path, it cuts through layers of rock that change from sandstone formed in shallow seas at the bottom to calc aranite, another shallow marine rock near the top. Yeah, so we can just say remove the and replace with commas. Okay, which were formed. That makes sense, isn't it? And then we have written this for non-technical people. Let's assume we want to write this for executive or for policy makers. We can just say refine the text for policy makers, people that are going to take decisions about maybe they want to put a structure there for CO2 storage, or they want to, because the tone must be different, so it has to be a tone that connotes more of executive policy relevance. This finding highlights the importance of understanding subsurface gas migration for resource management, environmental safety, and carbon storage planning. Identifying such features can inform safer drilling practices, support energy exploration decisions, and help mitigate risk related to unintended gas seepage. We should continue to invest in advanced subsurface imaging and interpretation because they are essential for informed data-driven policy making in energy and environmental sector. So you see that we have transited from writing purely for academics to just non-technical people with different tones, and now to policymakers. And we have used different prompts for that, right? So we can also do something like say format the referencing if there are references inside according to APA 60. Be concise yet without losing the meaning, without losing meaning. And then it's going to update you with all the relevant references and use so these are areas, these are just very long statements where you have made some declarations or hypotheses, and then you need to find references for them, and it has pointed to those areas. For example, the chimney represent a potential natural, so you need to cite paper relevant here. So you do that by citing the author and the year for the paper, right? And it has also shown that in several other parts of the text. So this is a good way to use ChatGPT to improve your grammar. You just don't rewrite, you just don't refine, you just don't ask it to do. You have to use the right prompt. And then you can start by including keywords like rewrite, edit for clarity, grammar, and tone. You can even change the audience type from being professional to non-technical people. You can also paraphrase because sometimes you need to avoid plagiarism, right? Because some of these texts, if they were directly from ChatGPT, they are going to be extracted online without proper referencing. So you might need to paraphrase them, like improve the structure and also the flow of the argument. When you do that, you are paraphrasing more or less. And you can also write in plain, very accessible language, English language especially. You can be very specific about the audience. Say, I'm writing for secondary or high school students between the ages of 15 and 17. So rewrite the following text to fit into that. So ChatGPT is going to help you with your grammar, but you don't do it loosely, but you do it with following a very well structured prompt. And when you use the right prompt, you get the right result. So I will insist that you'll be more concise when you write the prompt, and you can be very specific by telling that this is being written for journal submission. And like I always emphasize, is a co-pilot, is a research assistant, is not an autopilot. So you need to review and tweak the output for more precision, right? And when it comes to referencing, we always struggle a lot with that. So with ChatGPT, you can do a lot of editing with your referencing and even identifying sentences that needs to be paraphrased in your write-up. It's quick, it's helpful, and it's tireless. Once again, thank you for viewing this video. Make comments, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you soon.